The median. So first, what's the first step? What do you have to do before you start? Guys, phones in your bags. Put them in order. Yep. So you need 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15, 17. Okay, and then you start crossing out each side. Okay, and then this one has a center, so the median is going to be 9. Okay, and then the next one, 1, 3, 5. I'm so bad at this. My eyes are so bad. 10 is next. 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 23, 25. Okay. Okay, so this one doesn't have a center, so do you remember what we do if we have 2 left over? So we're going to do 13 plus 14 divided by 2. So what's that end up being? Yep, 13.5. Okay, any questions on that? Because that's like a lot of today. It's the median. Okay, so we're doing box and whisker plots. Raise your hand if you've done box and whisker plots before, if you remember doing them. Okay, so your objective is students will be able to create and interpret box and whisker plots. All right. So what a box and whisker plot is it looks like this. It has a box in the center and then 2 whiskers. It's right there. And then you have what's called a 5-number summary. So it's basically, think about like your data is in a line like this, smallest to biggest. You have your minimum is your first number right here. That's going to be the smallest number. And then your maximum is your biggest number. And then your median is going to be this line in the center. And then these two, Q1 and Q3, that is basically if you were to take your data and then find the median of the left side of the data and then the median of the right side of the data, okay? So this number right here is important and this number. So that's going to create your 5 main numbers that you use to create it. For the percentages, each of the pieces of this is worth 25%, meaning like if I have 16 numbers, then 4 of your numbers would be in here, 4 of your numbers would be here, 4 of your numbers here, and 4 of your numbers here, okay? So the whisker is 25% of your data, this whisker is 25% of your data, and each part of the box is 25%. So the box as a whole is what percentage? Yeah, 50%. Okay, and then also we have a new thing they're going to ask us to find. It's called the interquartile range. So I'm going to make a new little plot thing here so you guys we can label it. Okay, so your normal range, like that we did in 9.1, is your smallest minus your biggest. So normal range is your maximum value minus your minimum value. But your interquartile range is like the range of just the box. So that's Q3 minus Q1. So the bigger the interquartile range, the longer your box is going to be, okay? Because the values are more spread out. Okay, so the first question is just asking about percentages. So what percent of data is above 50? So on the number line, go to 50. So above 50 is just a whisker. So what percent would that be? Yep, 25%. So remember, this is 25%, this is 25%, this is 25%, this is 25%. Okay, what about below 50? Yep, 75% because you have the whole box plus a whisker. Okay, between 20 and 50 would be what? Yep, 50%, because it's just the whole box. Okay, above 20 would be what? Yep, 75%, because it's a box plus whisker. Below 20. So here's 20. So below 20 would just be a whisker. So how much is that? Yep. Okay, and then above 35. So from here over. Yeah. Because it's half the box and then a whisker. Any questions on that? Okay, go ahead and try the next one. Are we done? Yeah, okay. All right, what percent of data is above 18? 75%. Below 18? 25. Between 18 and 26? Above 26? 25. Below 26? Below 22? Yeah. Okay, any questions on any of those? Cool. Okay, so now we're going to practice making the 5-number summary, which is like the first step to making your box and whisker plot. Those are the 5 numbers that you use to make it. So for the 5-number summary, you're going to basically start like you're finding the median. So put it in order. So for this one, it's going to be 0 and 2. Then 4, 5, 8, 10, 13, 14, 15, 17, 20, 21, 24. Okay. So the first and the last number are the easiest to plot. They're just the minimum and the maximum. So your minimum is 0. Your maximum is 24. So those are 2 out of the 5 numbers. Okay, the middle number is going to be the median. So find the median. Go ahead, Talia. Okay, so you get 13 for your median, right? When you actually have like an actual median, like there's a number in the middle, then whenever you're doing the next part, you don't use that number. Okay, so you ignore that number. So now we're going to find the median of this side of the median and then of this side. So cross out on here. Okay, so this one's going to be between 4 and 5. So what's that going to be? That's Q1 is going to be 4.5. And then on this side, this one's going to be between 17 and 20. So what's that going to be? So add them and divide by 2. Yep, 18.5. Okay. Any questions on that? Okay, so now your 5-number summary, you just put all those in order, smallest to biggest. So 0, 4.5, 13, 18.5, 24. Good? Okay, then the next question asks, what is the interquartile range? So the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. So Q3 is 18.5 minus Q1, which is 4.5. So what's that going to be? Yep, 14. So that's like how long the box is. Okay? All right, go ahead and do the next one. Okay, while you guys finish, I'm going to put them in order. They're ready to go. Are you guys done? Yeah, okay. So minimum is this one. Maximum is this one. All right, and then find the median. Okay, so you have 15. Okay, and then group the left side and the right side. All right, so on this side, you actually have values. So this one's going to be 7. And on this side, it's going to be 22. Okay, so your 5-number summary, you should have 2, 7, 15, 22, 25. Good there? Yeah? Okay, and then interquartile range. Q3 minus Q1, so 22 minus 7. So you should have what? Yep, 15. All right, any questions on that? Okay, so now we're going to do other ones. So we're going to kind of combo like what to do if you don't have a median right in the middle, and then also take our numbers and like push it to the next step of like actually making the box and whisker plot. Okay. All right. So let's put them in order. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 18, 19, 25. Okay, so same thing for minimum and maximum. And then still find the median. Okay, so this one we don't have an actual median. It's between 2. So what would the median be? Yep, 9.5. So the way you handle that for the next step is since we don't have like one specific number that's the median's between, then you still use both of those numbers when you're doing the left side and the right side. It's just that you have to have an even, like you have to have the same amount of numbers on both sides. That's why if there's a middle, we like exclude that so that it's the same amount on both sides. Okay? But that's an even amount. So for this side, so it's between 3 and 4, so what's that going to be? Yep, Q1 is going to be 3.5. And then for Q3, between 14 and 18, so what? Yep. Okay, so your 5-number summary now is 1, 3.5, 9.5, 16, 25. And then we have to make our box plot. So what you're going to do to start to make that is you're going to make a number line. This does have to be detailed. I usually go in increments of 5. So if that's like a 23, then still go to 25 on your number line. And I usually start with 0. Okay, so your minimum and your maximum are going to get dots because that's like where the whiskers end. So at 1, at 25. And then the other numbers are going to get lines. So 3.5, 9.5, and 16. And then you just kind of like close it up. So here. Got it? So this is at 1, this is at 3.5, this is at 9.5, this is at 16, and this is at 25. You don't have to write those numbers if you're making one, but just like for your notes so you know how we did that. Make sense? Okay, go ahead and try the next one. Bless you. You can't add those because one of them is you have to distribute too. So that you have to simplify. 30 times 30 times 10. So you have to use those numbers to break down. So if you multiply the radicals, then you have to multiply to both things. You can't. So that's not what you do. So you only multiply it. Yeah, because that's because there's no addition and subtraction on one. So that one kind of goes along with question number 19. Okay, then just I was just not doing it because the wall is equal on it. And it's really wonky. We'll try to just focus on that one. Yes, so break down 16. I'm gonna put these in order. Okay, let's start on this one. So you have your minimum, your maximum. Okay, so your median is between 13 and 15, so what's your median going to be? Yep, 14. Okay, so you get 8 for your Q1. Okay, and then for Q3, you get 19. Q3. Okay. So your 5-number summary should be 1, 8, 14, 19, 23. Good there? Yeah? Okay. And I would honestly just do the same number line. Okay, so 1 is going to get a dot. 8 is a line. 14 is a line. 19 is a line. And 23 is a dot. Okay, so it should look like that. Any questions? Okay. So the last questions are just like comparing box and whisker plots. So we have Miami and then we have New Orleans. Number 1 says which city had the lowest minimum of rainfall? So the minimum, remember, is down here. So which one's going to be the minimum? Or which one's going to be the lowest minimum? So out of Miami or New Orleans? Miami, yep. Okay, which city had the higher median? So remember, median is the center of the box, right here. So which one had the higher median? Yep, New Orleans. Find the interquartile range for both. So for Miami, so remember it's Q3 minus Q1. So this is going to be at like, what, like 7.25? If that's 7.5? Yeah. 7.25 minus, where is this one at? Like 2.25? So what's that going to be? 5. Okay, and then for New Orleans. Okay, New Orleans Q3 is at like, what, 6? Minus Q1 is at 5. So what's that going to be? Huh? Yep, 1. So remember, guys, the bigger the interquartile range, the longer the box is. Okay? So then it says which shows more variation. So more variation would mean like the values are more spread out. So which one's going to be that? Yep.
It's just like the bigger number.
Yeah. Or like visually you can see it because it'll be the bigger box. Okay, you guys do the next one.
I finished.
Okay, throw it on my desk. Thank you. Done. Just a long one. Do you want me to sign your thing, or who's your teacher right now? Tomlin? Okay, I'll just so I can tell her you're on your way back. Okay, number 1, which year had the highest median score? Yep, 2010. Find each interquartile range. So for 2010, is that like 9 minus, what do you guys do for this? Like 7.75?
Yeah.
Okay. So 1.25. Okay, and then for 2006, like 8.5, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
8.5 minus 7.75?
Yeah.
So what is it, 0.75?
Yeah.
Okay, so which one had the most variation? Yeah. Okay, which year had the higher score for the minimum? Yep, 2006. Good. Any questions? Cool. Okay, and then there's your lesson check. It's already written in there for you, and I'll put that answer up in a minute. Also, guys, for 9.1, the homework that was put in wasn't the whole assignment with the new questions. It was just the new questions for standard deviation, because the standard deviation ones were wrong on the old assignment. So there's only 2 questions, as you guys might have noticed. So the other 7 questions for your points were put in yesterday. So it'll say in Math Excel like 9.1 homework part 2. So that one will go along with the 2 questions of the one that was uploaded. Make sense? Yeah? Okay.
Okay. Awesome. This is really so easy. This is
Mhm.
How do you find Q1 and Q3?
It's the median of the left side and the right side. So here, what's your median? Is it this number?
Yes.
So if you actually have a median, you don't use that. So you'll find the median of the left side, so from 4 to 10,
Okay.
and then
So
find
I
the
add
median.
that all up and divide it.
No, so you start do the same thing you were crossing it off,
Okay.
but just with just that section of numbers.
And then that's your median.
That's your Q1, yeah.
Oh.
And then you do this side of numbers, so that's your Q3.
Okay.
Do you want these?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be like on right here. You'll see, like the pink crossing out is like to find the Q1 and the Q3.
Okay.
Come. All right, guys, I'm gonna put the answer up for this.